And actually all this week I'm exploring in Swedish Lapland, and there's been quite a few videos on a Facebook channel, and I've been quite busy exploring all different things here. So Swedish Lapland, region called Heart of Lapland, it's just on the other side of the border with Finland and Sweden, so that's where I am these days. And today I'm in the middle of the city of Kalix, and all this water you see around me, it's Kalix River. So it's the next big river when you go from Torne River, which divides Finland and Sweden, and going west, this is the next big river. And this is the river too, and we have quite an amazing light. It's over 10 p.m. local time, so this is a bit south from the Arctic Circle, a few dozen kilometers, so you do get a sunset here, although it's very short. But this place that I'm visiting, it's quite amazing. First of all, I'm literally walking on water. So the river here is divided by an island, which is a very interesting island. I'm gonna tell you more about it. And in the summertime, they make this pontoon bridge that people can cross on the other side. And it's really sturdy. So it really feels like you're walking on something solid, although you're walking on water. So the city of Kalix is that way. It's just behind that hill. There is the bridge which goes across the river, and I've been staying at my friend's Örjan at Philipsburg Mansion over there, just behind the bridge, a few kilometers that way. And he actually told me about this island that is here. First time I've actually never been to the island. I've passed twice around the island. One time in winter, just over here where I'm walking, we crossed with Örjan on a snowmobile, and we went to another island, which is his island, where he has some program. So that was the first time that he told me about it. And actually about 3 days ago, we passed another time, of course, on the other side, on a boat to the same island. And I saw it twice from the side, and and now I want to go there. So why do I want to go there? Well, this island has some history. It's called Vassholmen, and it's been used to transfer the wood which was coming from the north of this region. So they were cutting wood and just dipping it into the water, and it would float down here, and people would recover it at this place and putting into the big ships or whatever you have down there. Of course, now the wood is transported in a different way. It's put on trucks and transported in that manner. So this island became obsolete in that sense, but they have been doing great work of preserving history over here. But before we go to the island, wow, what an amazing light here. It feels literally like I'm on the sea. The sea is quite close. The sea is only, I don't know, 10 kilometers that way, and the wind is coming from the sea, so I can really sense that. What's the temperature? I think it's about 22 degrees. It has been really warm here. Yesterday it was 28 in this region where I am in Swedish Lapland, and it was too hot. So what am I doing here? I'm doing some work for local companies, for Örjan, and also exploring. So a bit of work and a bit of fun for me. So I decided why not to visit that island, and the light was just so beautiful for that. So it's over 10 p.m. I think like 10:15 or something like that, and it just feels amazing to just cross this big river on this tiny little bridge over, so which is quite an astonishing feeling. Anyway, we've reached the almost the end of the pontoon bridge to the island of Vassholmen, and there's been a few fishermen here. Actually, in this river you also get wild salmon going up the stream, and sometimes they also fish it as well, but I'm not sure what these guys are fishing for. Maybe some other types of fish. Well, it still looks quite nice. I hope that they really get lucky with that. I know that on the same river, when you go north, there's a place called Jokfall, which I also visited, and there they're specialized in salmon fishing. So the Kalix River behind me, it's one of the rare rivers in the whole world, and in this area as well, where you can fish for wild salmon, so not raised but wild one, sometimes at least. So one of the rivers is the Torne River, that way towards the east. There is one river between Norway and Sweden where you can fish for salmon sometimes when they allow it, and this river as well. So it's my first time here on the island, and it has quite a few of these spots for barbecuing, and indeed it's quite a view to do that. But let's go a little bit deeper into the island and see some more stuff around here. So there is a few historic buildings over there. So once again, if you're just joining me, I'm in Swedish Lapland near the city of Kalix behind me, and I'm on the island in the Kalix River, which is called Vassholmen. And this island was used to capture all the logs coming from the north and pack it into the ships in about 1800s or something like that. So you have some Swedish text here. I'm not really proficient in Swedish, but it says 1895, so I guess that's when the island was used for that kind of thing. And you have some description of the building. Well, we're just gonna find out everything for ourselves around here. When we were driving with the boat with Örjan a few days ago, there was some people partying. It was actually midsummer weekend, so multiple groups were partying there on the island and having some barbecue just right there on some grill place. So that was quite interesting. And I think that in daytime there is a cafe, but now it's almost it's not nighttime, but it's like 10 something p.m. So it's not open right now. So we've got to the first building, the Carpentry. So if you're proficient in Swedish, you can pronounce that. The Carpentry built the wooden boats. Interesting. So you can pause and read that a little later. So that's one of the historic buildings of this log island. And actually there has been quite a lot of sawmills here. Örjan has been telling me that this Philipsburg mansion that he now owns and which works as a hotel, the family that originally built it in 1805, they used to own and built 3 different sawmills around this area. And there were multiple other sawmills belonging to other people as well. So sawmills were here and there. There's only one big sawmill right now, and it's on the other side of this river. So on the other shore, well, actually in the distance you can see lots of I think these are logs or something. Anyway, the sawmill is just right there, the only one, the big one, which is still remaining here. So forestry has been like a #1 industry in these parts, and the same goes to Finnish Lapland as well. It was one of the important industries. Login, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. The barn. So they said that this building was moved from central Kalix around 2000 and was built in 1850. A former warehouse of merchant. Interesting. You can pause and read about that. So it used to be in the city center. Interesting. So let's go further and explore. And it's literally really my first time. I've never been here, and I'm taking you on on this journey. And practicing my my skills, football skills. Not a big football player, but here you have some nice buildings with some authentic logs painted in red. Oh wow, look at that. So it's like a pair of big rows or something like that. Not sure. Well, somebody forgot their instrument. And we're just walking around it. So I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but it's some kind of warehouse. All right, fair enough. So over there you have one of the many barbecue spots over there with a view, and there is some kind of old equipment, like I don't know what the heck it is. Maybe we'll go find out later. But let's just go and see about these buildings. My eyesight is not that good anymore, so I have to go closer and see what it says, what this building is for. Oh, and yeah, and there is this little kind of a thing when you can take your picture yourself as a lumberjack. So, well, these people without the head were the ones that were cutting the wood and picking them up from the water and floating in them, all that jazz. So, another building, the workers' lodgings. Due to the expansion of log driving, the need of lodgings increased. 3 barracks were built, and there were 200 people working here. One barrack burned down 1930, another one was finished in 1917 and it was torn down. So this is the only barrack which was built in 1920. Okay, so this is like a house where the log people lived. It's not a big one, so if there were like 200 and they were only had like 3 houses, I guess it was pretty tight with for them. Well, anyway, nice house. So we are all learning as we go here together about the history of this island. It's nice that they have these kind of båthuset, I think that's the pronunciation. It's a boathouse from 1958. All right. The steel boats were built in 2 models, River Pike. Okay, anyway, you can pause and read that. I'm just gonna go and continue our journey. There is this building that but by the way, it's actually quite nice view here. I think I'm really glad that I went to that place. So we have some kind of boutique, Kunst boutique. Let's go and find out. Well, it's just some kind of old thingies over there inside. The forge, the main building was probably built in 1930. All kinds of forging wars carrying out here, boat hooks, chains, bolts, etc. Interesting stuff. So all of these buildings, they had some kind of a really good purpose for servicing this log industry. And yeah, over there behind this thing, this is the big sawmill. It's behind the trees, the only one that is remaining. So I guess it's some kind of a crane or something like that. It's a bit bent, and I'm not sure if it's that original place where it has serviced. But anyway, they have left it here. So just 3 days ago, we floated or went on a boat up the stream with Örjan from Philipsborg, and I saw this island once again from the side. So wow, it's a really nice and authentic saw around here. Wow, this is the bad boy saw, not your kind of, not the one that you get in the hardware store. The real deal. So obviously this log industry has had a profound effect, and it's actually the same on both sides of the border here in Swedish Lapland and in Finnish Lapland as well. In my hometown of Rovaniemi, there is many kind of remarks that are still left about it, and the big bridge, which has 2 pillars, it's also named the Lumberjack Candle Bridge. And there was a huge sawmill as well in Rovaniemi right where the Arctic Museum is situated. And I think in one of the streams I told you about the history of that place. But compared to this place over there in Finnish Lapland, there was nothing left of that sawmill, no history left. Only one concrete foundation of the sawmill or something like that, and that's it. Not even like fancy text like here. So not to say that it's not important, but I wish there was a little something to explain to people about this history. The log shed. Initially, this kind of buildings used to store flour and bread. So later it was used as storage of spare parts. And accessories for the Säffle engines, which were used in the warp boots built in Vassholmen. So wow, it's there has been like things happening here all the time, and this island is really conveniently situated right in the middle of the stream, and you can pick up logs from here and there, and after they've been put on the ships, you can go into the sea and you can bring them like anywhere to south, like to Stockholm or even abroad. I'm not sure where everywhere the logs went, but I guess they were going into different places. So now I am walking a little uphill, bringing to another building, and luckily it also has the info sheet, so we can find out what was happening there. Okay, more mosquitoes, and it's so warm now. It's like over 20 degrees. It doesn't feel like north at all. So what is that? Oh, it's the manager house. That's right, he was here on the hill. So let's read. Built before 1916. Summer house for Arvid Taube, the first log driving manager, so the big boss. His office was then just north of the cable storehouse. So there was another guy taking his place, Axel Högström. All right. So this is where the big boss used to live and play his whatever this piano thing is, entertain himself. Well, imagine living on this island, working on this island for all your life. Oh, and there we have one of these grill places that I saw have a lot of people. So let's go downstairs now. Well, down. There are no stairs. And there's another building which we need to find out what it's for. And we also have some nice sunset views over there in that direction. So it's north is somewhere over there where the sun is right now. I think it's about 10:30 p.m. or something like that, local time. Here we have some kind of a, I don't know, storage. Okay, not that picturesque, but let's check this one out. Easy to go downstairs. So there's the name of the building. There's a door, and yes, there is some information. Oh, it's the sauna. In the beginning of 1930s, a sauna was built for the workers at Vassholmen. The wood-fired sauna was heated a couple of times a week, so not every night. Haha. The big stone had enormous box of stones, 2 by 2 meters and 1.5 meters high. It kept the heat for a long time, and the next time it was fired, the heat quickly rose in the sauna. So, yeah, makes sense. So people used to live here on the island, work on the island, and also, well, I guess they had to wash themselves at least on occasion. Well, anyway, I think there should also be some kind of food house. Maybe it's one of the, like a canteen. Maybe it's one of the things that I missed, but I suppose it is there. Anyway, this has been the island of Vassholmen in the middle of Kalix River. And what a beautiful time to visit the island just at the sunset time. So again, as this is a little bit below the Arctic Circle, you have a really small kind of time. The sun sets here all summer, but the time between sunset and sunrise is like, I don't know, 30 minutes, 1 hour, it depends. Now it will, of course, become longer and longer, but in any case, it's the brightest time of the year here. So white nights, Arctic light, however you want to call it. So there is literally no night here. So a small difference between here and Rovaniemi, but a big difference still between here and places more north in Finnish and Swedish Lapland, where the sun literally just floats all night over the horizon for at least 2 or 3 more weeks right now. Anyway, that's enough rambling for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.